Check one, two. Can you hear me? Hello, SimFans. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to have you with us tonight. Doing a little X-Plane action tonight for all of you. I'll be flying out of Denver International, as you can see. Well, probably can't really see. We'll have to zoom up a little bit. Denver International by X-Codr Designs. And, originally I was planning on this flight being from Phoenix. And I decided kind of like last minute, you know what, I bought Denver International a while back, and I thought I should try something different. I've only probably flown out of Denver since I bought this scenery, folks, a while back, maybe one handful of times. And so I thought this might be a good route, about the same time. So yes, we'll be flying to Corpus Christi, the really good scenery from VerticalSim Ulation. So we'll be flying there tonight. So hello, Aces Down, as usual. Thank you for joining the stream. Glad to have you here. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Also looks like Aviation Spotter is here. Welcome, Aviation Spotter. And Kyle, how are you doing? Good to see all of you. Great to see you. I see we've got 8 watching right now, so to the rest of you, welcome as well. Glad to have you here tonight. So we'll just go ahead and jump in and get started, SimFans. This scenery I do enjoy. It's not too hard on frame rates. It's not too easy on frame rates either. As you can see, we've got the ground service handling. We're getting our baggage all loaded up in the aircraft, and I do have it about halfway pre-flighted, done with that. We got to start up the APU here in a minute. But before we do, if you care, let's go ahead and zoom on up here. So this is the X-Codr Designs scenery. By the way, I use Traffic Global, and I've noticed this every once in a while. I get these aircraft, I don't know, maybe some of you ever get that. I thought it was maybe something wrong with my install, but I've reinstalled. I read some posts that it might be due to the transponder, or the TCAS rather, and I just have not been able to figure it out yet, SimFans. So to be honest, I haven't spent that much time either, but let's just do a quick run over here to the main terminal here, building. So it's pretty good scenery, got good reflections here. You got the hotel. We'll go over here to the other side really quick. So we're loading up baggage. So it's okay. We can take a minute. We got the beautiful Westin Hotel right there at the airport. And as you can see, it's got kind of the tent canopy scenery there. This does come with a winter textures and a summer textures. And so, not great, I guess, on the FPS, but it's not horrible. It's not horrible. United hangar there, and what we got off in the distance, Frontier, of course, right? This is one of their domiciles, and a good old ATC tower. And boy, is this as you know, it's a big airport, SimFans. I don't know if this one's, I would suspect this is bigger than O'Hare, given where it's at, but it's another one of those big sceneries. So, all right. Well, as you can see, we already got this partially pre-flighted today for you, SimFans. So we're right at the point, I think, at least, if we want to take a look, this will be our route today. So not too much here. It's pretty straightforward. Edane, Drake, Pub, head on, Oso, and then runway 36. So we'll be flying runway 36, and then we'll be leaving 16 left today. So that's our flight plan. Pretty straightforward and simple. But let's go ahead and get the APU started. So we'll get that done. So we start the forward 1 fuel pump, and we go 1, 2, hold for a few seconds. Once that low oil pressure light comes on, I usually just let that go, and we'll have the APU started up here, SimFans, in just a moment. See how they're doing on the luggage. I got it almost done. It's nice animation, the ground handling pack. It's kind of nice that it has. Notice my beacon's on there, SimFans. Turn that off. So we'll see that APU start up and get the particles going. They got that particle system in X-Plane, which is pretty nice. You hear it crank up. So look at our external gas temperature. Now it'll come back down there. And I think when it gets to right around about the 4.5 mark, the blue rectangle right here on the inner side, that'll light up. Oh, 5, okay. And once that's lit up, we go ahead and switch to our APU for power. Right now we're going off ground, so now we got that done, we can go ahead and do the APU there. For the AC, alternate current, we need to do the APU lead switch. Can hear that. Hopefully you can hear it. I don't know. I have the volume turned down, SimFans, so if you want it up or down, let me know. Kyle Summers, hey, in New York City. Hi, yeah, that's right, Kyle. How's it going in New York? Glad to have you with us tonight. Get a watch from your hotel room. Well, let's see if we can entertain you for the evening, Kyle. Thanks again for joining. Love the 7.3. My instructor for gliders is a CFI for American on the 7.3. Wow, that's pretty sweet. Well, I'm glad we have this aircraft for you tonight, Kyle, and the rest of you. So definitely looking like got things set up here correctly for all of you, huh? Yep, got to do the American Airlines livery, right? Rojo, how are you doing, Rojo? Thank you for joining. Happy Thursday to you as well, my friend. Glad to have you with us. All right, so that's all set. Yeah, we got the APU on our AC voltmeter. We got our bleed switches. Double checking all this. We can go ahead and remove our ground connection. So just go over here, ground surfaces, disconnect that GPU. All right, and we got a master caution on probably. Yep, so we'll turn that off. All right, I did update. So this is SimFans. This is the latest 737-800 from Zibo, and I did do the latest. I think it was update 19. So this is the latest one. I actually checked it last night and updated everything, so we should be good to go. Hopefully there's not many bugs, if any, right? There's always bugs. Okay, now we got that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make sure our cabin doors close. This is something new, though. With the latest update, I noticed that the cabin doors automatically close, so you don't have to look back there and close that. A few things I've shown before, which you can save, but we got to make sure that our settings are all right. So hardware, you want to make sure if you're using rudder pedals, you have this set to yaw. Another thing for realism, I like to change the align time from short. It defaults to real. You'll wait a while for that ILS, or not ILS, CRS to load up. IRS. I had that right. Okay. And let's go visual effects, and then I like to turn the passengers to show. We might see them in the windows and that, so we can get a look at the passengers that way. All right. Okay. Well, now that that's all set, we should be good to go. SimFans, we're going to be flying at a cruise altitude of 35,000 feet. I think our not our block time, but our scheduled time is a 2.5 hour once we get in flight up in the air. Doors should all be set. Elevator trim's all set. Gangway doors are closed. Fuel pumps we'll want to set as to all on. But by the way, before we do that, we got to pull these guys away. So it looks like all the luggage is piled in there. Wonder if Frank Rose wouldn't be there, would he? If we were in Toronto, he would be. All right, ground handling. So I'm just going to do show widget. And of course, you can do a keyboard shortcut for this. One of the things you kind of got to do, if you want him to pull away realistically, so this guy goes right through the luggage cart, that's awesome. But you can do drive away for everybody at the same time. And I don't know, it seems like they still run into each other, so. But there they go. We can hear our passengers loading up into the aircraft as we get ready for pushback. So while that's going on, we're going to go ahead and turn our fuel pumps all to on. And I think we have a little bit of center tank fuel in there. Yeah, not much, but we do have some, so we're going to go ahead and turn the center fuel pumps on as well. We got that done. Next thing, hydraulics, of course. Hydraulic pumps. You get those bad boys on. There we go. And we'll turn on the anti-collision here in just a moment as those pull away. And listen to, if you can hear the passengers, this is what I like. This just comes with the Zibo SimFans. They have all these sounds. They even have the cabin sound. So I'm going to turn the beacon on, and then you're going to hear everything get quiet. Then we should have cabin crew make an announcement here, which is kind of neat, just a timing thing. Probably plays a wave file or something. Let's see where we're at. And there goes the fuel trunk as it plowed into that Southwest 7.3. All right, we're gonna hide the ground handling crew. And we just say idle, and then those sounds go away, and we're ready for pushback. All right, so I think we're all set, SimFans. We've got the hydraulic pumps, anti-collisions on. We're gonna go ahead and make sure our Bravo throttle quadrant, we've got the thrust at 0 or minimum, if you will. And ground services, and now we'll get better pushback to go ahead and push
ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
You know, one thing I noticed with the latest Zibo, when you do ground handling, or pushback rather, when you do the pushback, I'd always notice, like, when I would say do it, it would, like, freeze just for a few seconds, X-plane. Now, I don't know if it's a 7.3 or if it does it on others. I'm always in the 7.3, except for when I fly the Tolis A319, but something I've noticed. I don't know if any of you have noticed that, but I noticed, I did do an update to X-plane, so that was updated, and I also did an update, like I said, to the Zibo, so I don't know, something there was fixed for that. Or maybe it was just my computer, I don't know. All right, we got the pushback truck coming. Check him or her out, I'm not sure which. They have different voices. So cheers to all of you out there,
okay.
SimFans.
All doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Ready to connect. Well, it's going. I'll read up here. All right. Kyle, from one coast to the other. I'll tell you, yeah, that's a flight. How long a flight was that? I assume you had a connecting flight. Aviation Spotter. Yep, that aircraft is my exact profile pic. Sweet. That's awesome. Kyle Summers, also when you drop in the Piper 3.4 for MSFS review. I know! Kyle, I saw that as well. I actually have that as a highlight for the top 5 for Sunday. Yes. Probably this weekend, my friend, on Saturday. Actually, I'm thinking about, and I haven't totally decided yet, but I'm thinking about...
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Release parking brake. So we'll go ahead and release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
So yeah, Kyle, I was thinking this weekend on Saturday for the 8:30 Central Standard Time late night stream, I thought about doing the Piper Aero 3 4.0 and doing it somewhere with the Microsoft World Update 4. So I'm sure all of you know that's out. So yeah, I don't know. Give me some suggestions if any of you have any. I don't do a lot of flying in that part of the world. I do some in Europe, but not a ton. But I figured Saturday I would, I do the World Update 4 somewhere that ties to that. And definitely, Kyle, I'll have to do the Piper Aero 3 4.0. Yeah, that's pretty cool. See, I'm pretty pumped the fact that Just Flight continues to to keep updating the software. That's a good thing. Trying to remember how far I. It's like, has anyone ever had pushback just go crazy on them, start zipping their aircraft around? Knock on reconstituted wood. Hopefully they got that fixed. I haven't had that in a while, but now I'll say that and watch it happen. Should never have said that. Please stop. Please stop. Kyle says, good idea. Piper 4, World 4 will be really fun combo to show those things off. Yes, that would be cool.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set parking brake. All right. Well, we'll make that happen, Kyle. And I know Aces.
Disconnecting tow.
You had mentioned, it would be a good plan, so we'll plan on that. I just got to figure out what the route will be. All right, I guess we could have been starting up our engines. So to do that, we're going to turn off our left pack, our right pack, and then we're just going to go down here. I usually start the right engine, and we go to ground. And I always like to kind of listen in. My headset actually has some pretty good bass. They did a good job in doing the bass on this. Again, I have the volume kind of turned a little low. I think I have it like at 50% because it was just too loud. So I'm not sure if you can all hear that. As that spools up, we're ready. Now we got to give it, look, I'm pointing right at that other aircraft. We're going to go ahead and give it fuel. And we'll see that spin up.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left.
On the
we'll
left.
see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you. The 7-3 is like pointed at us and they're going, what are you doing? Why did you push them back that way? I want a taxi. I'm pulling into the gate. 737 dual. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, aviation. All right, so now that we've got the... So now we go to continuous on the right. So that air valve's closed and I will start at the left. Of course, of course. And there he is. Hand signaling. Says we're clear, we're good to go. Once we get this left engine lit up. All right. She's lighting up. There we go. Light went out. Go ahead and add fuel. We'll go outside here and take a look. Zibo needs to fix it though, because they've got, it's pretty cool because you can hear the sound for whatever engine you do first. But it's like then when you light the second engine, at least for me, I never hear that second engine roar and come alive. You hear the first one, but not the second one. So as a straight flight, Kyle, that's cool. 5 hours. That had to be fun sitting in the plane. Hopefully, did you say you had business class? Maybe Kyle, you had maybe you got set up in first class. 767 this morning got pushed past the apron to a taxiway to start the engines at LAX so that a 737 could pull out and start up behind us, and another plane could park at our gate. Wow, cool. How about that 76 though? Kyle, I like that aircraft. We flew to Hawaii in that, and that was, yeah, pretty cool. All right, SimFans, we should have this pretty much ready to go. Put this on continuous. All right, now we got to get the generator switched over, so going to the checklist, making sure I don't miss anything. All right, so we're gonna hit these outer markers, and we'll see the DC amps draw down. We're gonna stick it to generator 1. Excellent. APU now we can turn off. Oh, by the way, check this out. It's pretty cool. I don't know, can you see it? There's an APU light on right here. And I meant to point that out. You can't. Can you see that? You can see that. Yeah, right there. That red light right there. So it's pretty neat. I meant to show that. So did you notice when the engines are starting up, you could see kind of like the low pressure light flickering on the Bravo until they fully got going? It's pretty neat. Little touch there. Okay, so good to go. And so now that we got APU off, so we're going to turn off the bleed, but we got to turn our packs back on so the passengers can get air. So they thank us for that, right? APU packs got done. Pitot switches right up here. Turn these on. I'll turn on the window heat because I always forget if I don't. And anti-ice switches. It's going to ding at us here. It's okay. All right, and yaw damper. Turn that on. Flaps, we're going to set to 5, so just look over at the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, and usually when I hit that right at 5, it's pretty good. It's pretty accurate. I just lined that center up with the flap marker. And that was by default out of the box. I didn't have to program that or anything, SimFans. I mean, for X-Plane the Zibo, it just worked. I had to mess around a little bit with some of the reverser thrust stuff, but for that I didn't have to do anything. We are going to double check it though, just to be safe, because you know we should. As sim pilots, we should check those things. And we're on 5, so that looks good. All right. So SimFans, we got our flaps now. We need to get our auto brake set to RTO, so we'll set that to RTO. Pushback's done. Taxi lights on. Taxi light on. Try that again. Runway turn-off lights on. That all looks good. All right, the autopilot is, everything should be pretty good here. Disengage bar is up. We got to turn on our flight directors, so we'll turn on our left and right and auto throttle. And I think we're good. Indicated airspeed is V2 146. That's set. Heading, runway heading 16. Need to set that. Let's go ahead and put this to course. So, by the way, watch. I'm gonna do a an updated review of the Honeycomb Bravo Throttle Quadrant. So watch for that. I'll probably have that next week or two. You know, I did a review when I just got it. Like, it was a real quick one. But I think now that I've had it for several months, I'd actually go back. There's some things I'd like to highlight. And I know I've talked about some of those things during the live streams, but I want to do an actual post a video, an updated one about a review after having this thing for several months and really working with it. Definitely great things, but there's some things that, you know, they maybe could improve on. And, you know, certainly like anything, it's not perfect, but I'll tell you, it's the best thing out there for the money. There's no comparison, but watch for that. Frank Rose, hello, SimFan. Thanks, Frank, for coming. Just mentioned you earlier when we were getting this aircraft all loaded up with baggage and that. We were doing the ground handling services add-on. That's pretty neat. But Frank, welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. Frank, are you working tonight? I am assuming yes. You're not any. Are you still under lockdown? So welcome, welcome. Yeah, good stuff. All right, SimFans. Well, I think we're ready to taxi, or at least almost. So we got our heading set. Did not get heading set. So we're taking off a 160, right? Get that adjusted for our 16 left. All right, we're ready to taxi finally. Sorry, SimFan, when I used to do this like all the time, I could just basically almost not have to look at the checklist, although you always should look at a checklist, but now I'm just like, gotta practice with the Zibo. Still fly it from here, you know, time to time, but not like I used to. Okay, SimFans, so now, one thing I did want to show you is the AVS, and I've done this before, but this is another add-on, airport visual system. So if you turn that on, it makes it really easy to be able to taxi in X-Plane, especially when you get in these larger airport environments. So if you click on taxiway, and we're going 16 left. So yes. So when you switch, it goes to your heading there. But okay, so 16 left, right up there. So what we got to do is get to our guy here. There we go, and then we can just kind of. Sometimes it gets a little finicky. See, but you just kind of paint this until we get to 16 left. But notice it says 16L in the wrong spot, so always look at the end markers. So we'll just paint this, paint, and then we'll just basically, we'll go all the way to the end, and then to the runway. What's cool about this now is once you hit accept, it'll just auto pan for you. Sometimes it does some weird stuff like that, but can you all see that, or is that behind me? Oh, you can see that. Okay, cool. All right, they're all ticked off, right? They're like, get out of the way already. Here we go. Give this bird some power and get to moving. We'll go ahead and move around him. He's been ever so patiently waiting. Maybe this guy will get out of our way now if he can taxi forward. Hello. Hello, dude. Oh, we were even holding up a... Is that a citation? What is that? We're just going to run the left wing through this guy. We'll run through the tail. Incursion. Okay. Yeah, I'm aviation spotter. I'm really stopping up the airport. All the traffic for sure. See if I get this reset. There we go. Now it's working. Using the track IR, of course. Of course. I do like this ABS. Like, I've mentioned this on another live stream, SimFans. It's just like, you know, I thought, yeah, I'd kind of like to get the charts out and really study them, like in real life and, you know, all that stuff. But at the same time, there's something to be said to just have things convenient. And so, yeah, it's a nice little add-on. Anymore with the advanced aircraft, they have this stuff built in anyway. They can whole situational awareness is continuing to improve with all this technology, right? Which is a good thing. It's making travels even safer and safer, even though they're already incredibly safe. Let's see, I like that patchwork in the runway. See that? I mean, like, some of these details is kind of neat. They got the patchwork done there. Again, I'm trying to remember. I should have looked this up before. Oh, we got the flyby, everybody, tonight. We've got the flyby cam. But kind of nice little touch. See, guy behind, I don't understand that. We got that phantom livery back there. Well, I'll speed this up a little bit. I still haven't figured out, though. I don't know if it's my Bravo quadrant. I don't think it is. I'll mention why. Because I had it with the SciTech before as well. So it's got to be something I'm doing or there's a bug. But like when I go to take off, I don't remember after what update it was, but it'll kind of flicker like I'm not in takeoff configuration. Then it'll go out and then it'll come on and it'll give me some. And then once I get past a certain speed, it just shuts up. We'll probably see that here. If anybody has any ideas of why that's happening, please let me know in chat because I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Rocking and rolling here. Got the nice Frontier hangar forward. We're using XP Realistic tonight as well, SimFans. I can't tell you how much I've spent on all these darn add-ons to make this simulator even more and more realistic and better, including X-Vision. If you're wondering, hey, my X-Plane doesn't look like that blue of sky. Check out, there's another one now too. There's a new shader. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, X-Vision is what I'm using, SimFans. I find the default shaders for X-Plane not really great. Let's just put it that way. So X-Vision actually adds a lot of realism in the color of like true daylight, and oh, the sunsets and the sunrises are absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, Kyle, good question. Generally, do you like the Bravo in its commercial setup? I do. I actually do, Kyle. I think they did a good job. There's stuff that you have to go in and tweak, for sure. You know, I had to tweak several times. I'm going to be honest, Kyle. There's still some stuff that's like with the rocker switches that, you know, aren't quite right. I haven't figured them out to get them to work quite right. Like, for example, like on my Alpha Flight Controls, which I have, as you know, like the beacon works, right? The landing light works, but for whatever reason, the taxi light isn't working. So I got to map that. But when I map it, that rocker switch, it's like if I flip it up and then I flip it down, I mean, it does work, but it depends on the state of that, if it'll be backwards or not. So there's little nuances. It's not like understanding like the up is truly on, but there is a utility that you can download from either Aerosoft, I think, or directly from Honeycomb that'll allow you to tweak it outside of the simulators as well. So, and then they have some default profiles, and I think there's people that share profiles for the Bravo quadrant, so people can like share the profiles. Like if you have Track IR, you can share profiles for Track IR, Kyle, and I know I got you in trouble on that, but you can share profiles as well, and I'm certainly happy to put them on the Discord server if anybody's interested for both either the Track IR or but I'm just using the default Bravo ones that you can actually set outside of the simulator for now. But overall, I like it. I think I'm going to map because the reversers here, they're just switches. So they're either full on or full off for the reversers, where the throttle goes down farther. And those that have the Bravo know what I'm talking about. And then you could actually treat it as an axis, so you could actually vary the thrust, reverse thrust, rather than it like either fully on or fully off, if that makes sense. All right, so thank you, ABS. That made our life a lot easier. Not that it would have been too bad. But like you'll see, I've got my parking brake mapped to that rocker, that first rocker. Okay, back to the checklist, SimFans. We can close ABS. All right. Hold short point. Landing lights we want to turn on. So I can turn on my landing lights. So watch the landing lights up here. Well, actually, let me go this way. Watch the landing lights. So I'm going to do it on my Alpha. See, they turn on. But I'm going to turn my taxi light on and off. It doesn't, the switch doesn't work. So I think I just need to map that. Nav doesn't work either. But I don't know how you do that because you got you know, you've got the steady and then position steady. Well, I suppose you could just do the up as being the strobes, and then or map the strobe on the alpha. See, that's not the Bravo, I realize, that's the alpha. But anyway, I'm sure I can map those. I just haven't taken the time to do it, sadly. Okay, SimFans, I think we're just about set. I've said that how many times now? 6, 7, 8, maybe more, 10, 20. Runway turn off lights are on. Landing lights are on. Taxi to off. Position lights strobe. Steady and strobe. So we're going to click this button, switch up. 1, 2. Turn our wing lights on. And I'm going to go ahead and turn TCAS on because that obviously didn't fix the issue I was having.
The cabin is secured.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So we'll just turn that on so it works. Okay, here we go, SimFans. Release parking brake. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn off the APU. Just noticed that. You know how I noticed it? Saw it on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. How about that? APU is still running. I forgot to turn the APU off. My bad. Thank you, Honeycomb Bravo Throttle Quadrant. It actually does work. The indicator lights. If you get a separate download, of course, but we talked about that before. If anybody's interested, we can talk about that again. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. I'm sure it's fixable in the in the settings. You just need to go in and configure them, play around with it a bit, and get it figured out, I guess. Frank, I'm sorry, I missed something. Do you think Flight Expo will happen? Yeah, Frank, I do. Did you see that it's gotten moved to September? All right, full throttle here. Well, close to it. Toga power. See, that's what I'm talking about. Did you see that? Anybody have any idea why it's doing that? It almost seems like the flaps aren't quite locked in, but that could be. Maybe I need to try that. Try doing the switch. Keep the nose straight. Notice we don't have that much thrust because this runway's so damn long. I mean, it's like we've got like miles and miles of runway, it seems. Sarah did it again.
E1, rotate.
Rotate. See, it's done that before to me too.
Positive rate.
Put the landing gear up. Don't worry if you see the fuel warning. We'll get to that. It's just the center tanks. There were just a little bit of fuel in those.
Traffic.
Got traffic.
Clear of front.
Oh, the TCAS works.
Clear of front.
1,000.
All right, here we go. Climb out. We'll start making our left turn here. Put up a notch. We'll hand fly this until we get closer. And getting close to the one notch of flaps. Set that. Flyby. I think we got to make our turn though. I'll get back to that, SimFans. So we kind of turn into our course here.
Traffic.
Got more traffic coming. See it right there.
Clear of conflict.
Getting close to that 10,000 where we'll take out that last notch of flaps. Oh yeah, the trim wheel. Oh, it's awesome. It is awesome, Kyle. For sure. For sure. Alright, so I don't overfly that again. We'll turn on VNav, LNav, and command, and let the autopilot take over and do what the autopilot does, and let's do a flyby. Listen to that sound, SimFans. That F-Mod sound. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Not sure why our autopilot disengaged there. Seems like we're going again. We'll skip out a little bit here. Increase our distance. Let's check our FMC. On our way to Adane. 46 nautical miles. As we continue our climb, we probably can turn that, yeah, we're at 0 fuel in the center tank, so let's go ahead and turn those center fuel pumps off. And now we see the light went out. Master caution's now out. All right, let me get caught up here. Let's see. Someone busting the Bravo or something? Probably. Frank Rose, do you think Flight Sim Expo will happen? And I know so yeah, Frank, I did, yeah, I think it will, Frank. They're moving it to September. And so I think given that they moved it back, you know, I was a little iffy in their, you know, until they did that, if they would actually have it, Frank. But now that it's in September in San Diego, I really think they're going to have it. It's Friday through Sunday. And the thing is they're doing, it's kind of nice because if you don't want to go or pay for, you know, the airfare and hotel, you can actually do it for $15 and do it virtually. So they're doing a hybrid Flight Sim Expo, and they were actually planning on doing it before. If you remember, they can't, you know, when the COVID stuff was coming around and starting to get bad, they decided to cancel it altogether. But they did say this time, regardless, if they have to cancel the in-person part, they'll give everybody their money back, and they will have the remote online session, so you can at least get that for $15, and that actually covers some of the seminar things as well. It's a heck of a deal. You know, I've never been. I planned on going last couple of years, and I was set to go. I actually fortunately hadn't purchased my plane ticket before they canceled it. But yeah, I was all set to go. So this will be my first time going, and I do plan on going for sure. So yeah, you can catch it either way, in person or remotely. But it sounds like, Frank, it sounds like the show will go on, my friend. It does sound like it's gonna happen this year finally. So do watch for that, SimFans. Has anyone gone there? I mean, because so they've only had, I think it's actually happened 2 years that they had it, and then last year I believe was supposed to be the 3rd year, and they of course canceled it because of COVID. And then now it's so this will actually be the 3rd year, but the 4th year has been scheduled. I think if memory serves. I've never gone. I think the first year that they came out, was that in San Diego or was that in Vegas? I think that was in Vegas. But definitely want to go. What is my flex set to? I didn't set a flex. Kyle, you know, I'm always setting the flex in the Tullus A319. Yeah, I did not mess with that. With the Zibo, I usually don't even cover that, or I don't even set anything with that, the temperature in that. Okay, I'll be back. I have an Airbus 330 to push. Awesome. All right, Frank. Well, hey, we'll look forward to seeing you back here. Have fun with that 330. That's just so cool. Wear your ear protection, Frank. Good thing I'm a loud talker. We'll see you soon, buddy. Yeah, for those of you that haven't been on, and some of you are getting regular followers, I do appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, Frank Rose has become a regular, pops in and out while he's working at Toronto. He works for Air Canada on the ramp, so pretty neat. Yeah. I do. I mean, guys, I'm telling you. So I've got my Blue Yeti microphone like pushed away because I've got like the gain turned way down, and I clip the thing. I still clip it. So I just push it kind of a ways away from me, and it still picks it up. I wish I had a volume. Actually, my wife probably wishes this. I had a volume control on my forehead. People at work, I'm sure, do, and I don't blame them. That's right. 14 people. We're jamming. Yeah. Right on, everybody. This is great. Welcome. I think if nothing else to do X-Plane, for anything, it's just doing the flyby, right? I mean, that makes it worth it right there, just to do the flyby. It's so cool. Oh, let's see if we can see our passengers. That's always fun. You know, the stuff we can't do in real flight? Hello? Who's all in there? We can see you. We can see you, lady. And lady. And lady. There's a lot of... Oh, there's a guy there. Guys? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we see you. Let's take a look at us. Oh yeah, got the shades on, so hey, that's matching. Got the aviators on, going. Did I get the landing lights off? Yes, I did. We can probably turn the other lights. We'll go back outside here, but let's get these lights turned off. Runway turn off, lights don't need to be on, and neither does our wing or wheel well at this point. We'll have to do some night flights. By the way, we are using Ortho for XP, of course, right? Of course. Oh, we got our contrails going. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, we got the lights off now. Kyle, it's you, huh? Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. What a gorgeous looking livery they've done here. I mean, it's just amazing what they've done. The sounds, the livery, the systems, and the flight model. Hey, we're banking. Let's go check out our... Yep, there we go. Hit our standard altimeter standard of 29.92 inches. Corey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us tonight, Corey. Do appreciate you joining us. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for jumping on. Yeah, that isn't that cool about Frank? It is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we've got like several of you that are real pilots. Recreationally, we've got a glider pilot. Yeah, we've got a lot of simmers, and we have both sim pilots and real pilots that are simmers as well, which is a pretty neat thing. We'll try, Corey. Stop kicking your seat. Those darn people behind us, you know what? Yeah, this is the other thing with Ortho 4XP, so you can download all your satellite imagery, kind of like Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it has the Bing data, and you can use Bing as well for X-Plane, or you can use Google. But yeah, so you sometimes will get that where you have the clouds and the shadows underneath. But it's still cool. I mean, it's still nice. You can tell. I mean, so I can't tell you how many hours it took to download and put these all these satellite tiles together. It's not like it's hard or anything. There's a utility that you run it through, as kind of compiles it. But yeah, I think the longest amount of time is just downloading all the textures, right? Because you do them by like tiles. You know, you've seen them in Microsoft Flight Simulator where you can download those. It's pretty much the same concept. Corey, Kyle says he swears they were love taps. Good stuff. Just, gosh, I love that. You know, they got to be having the flyby soon in Microsoft Flight Simulator. They just have to, SimFans. We need it. So if you ever wonder what this T/T or T/C is right here, that's just top of climb. That's basically on our waypoints. That's when we should be reaching 35,000 feet. So this is like true to life. So if you're sitting up front in a cockpit, this is trying to simulate exactly what the pilots see while you're flying in the cabin. So bit of a ways yet to go to hit that 35,000, because you can see that our rate of climb is definitely decreased as we get into thinner air. Can't have a baby in the exit row for sure. Question to everyone Kyle has. I didn't lean my seat back because someone sat behind me today on my flight. I have the mindset that you should lean back if you want to. How do y'all feel about this? I kind of do the same thing. See what others say. If there's somebody behind me, I typically don't set it back either, Kyle. I just kind of feel like it's through. But if somebody in front of me sets their seat back, then typically I will do it. So kind of a domino effect, right? Kyle, that baby will be a hero when we learn the SimFanatic has underfueled. Oh, Kyle, yes. That one, you guys should not let me off the hook on that one for sure. So those that have joined, yeah, I had enough fuel when I took off, so my pre-flight wasn't the problem. I got to talking as usual. I never shut up. By the way, that's true of me, all my life. All day, I get a little break at night, or my family does. But yeah. So anyway, I was talking, and I had the heading bug selected for the autopilot to go intercept the course line, which is, similarly, it's different. I was flying the Arrow that night, but this magenta line shows our course, and so I had the heading set. And what's sad, SimFans, is I actually said this. I gave this tip in an earlier live stream, like, now make sure when you set the heading bug and you turn the autopilot on heading and you're flying to intercept the course, don't forget to switch it to course when you're about there. And I did. I forgot and flew about halfway across the state, and then realized, not in opposite direction, fortunately, but definitely southwest. We're supposed to be going to Chicago O'Hare. Long story short, I ran the aircraft out of fuel, but things happen. It was pretty funny. It added to some entertainment. And then I saw like all the likes and people like viewing that, because of course I put emergency landing in the title because I had to switch it because we did an emergency landing, and a lot of people, I think that's probably more fun because we had to do an emergency landing, almost hit a building, missed the building, then we came to a stop and dang near hit a tree. I definitely hit some branches and leaves, but not the trunk or anything like that. So yeah, that was a good. Actually, that was kind of fun, to be honest, because I did not have that planned. I promise you, that was not planned. I thought about maybe doing something like maybe somebody asked last stream about anybody watch air disasters. Like doing either doing looking at the report, NTSB reports or something, and then seeing an emergency scenario and then replicating that, or probably better yet, you can set the sliders to what you want the failure rate to be for different systems. And so I thought about, well, maybe we do that. Let me know what you think. That might be kind of fun. Hi, Captain Matty. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, my friend. Good to have you. So I don't know. Maybe I have to do something like that because that was fun. And we will be doing the fly-in event. So we'll do another multiplayer the first Saturday. So there'll be 2 Saturdays from this weekend, right? So do look for that. That was a lot of fun too. Aviation Spotter, what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm in X-Plane. I'm not running Squawk Box or whatever it is to do multiplayer. You've been loving flying the CRJ 550 or 700. I always say 550. It was the 700 because you had that one going, but that's a lot of fun. So do look for that, SimFans, if you want to do multiplayer. Microsoft Flight Simulator is so much fun for that, and I've only done it once, and it was such a blast. Well, we are at cruising altitude, SimFans. So one of the other cool things about the Zibo aircraft that I like is you can go down here. I do have PAC-X. I should have probably ran that tonight, but PAC-X, by the way, it simulates passengers in the cabin, and you can do announcements, and it puts a PA effect to your voice and all that. It's kind of neat. But let's go back, and if we go to PA system, so, you know, I didn't do the welcome, but we just leveled off, so let's click that, and we'll listen to us make an announcement over the PA.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So we're leveled to our initial cruise altitude, expecting a fairly smooth ride today. We have the seatbelt sign turned off, and while you're seated, we do ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened about you at all times in case we encounter unexpected bumpy air. And we do thank you for flying with us on American.
Awesome, Aviation Spotter. Yeah, my friend. That'll be a blast. That was so much fun. It is safe. It is safe, Corey. If you want to get out of your seat, I guess I better turn off that seatbelt sign, right? We'll turn that off. But yes, do please feel free to roam around the cabin, SimFans. Get yourself a drink or a snack, yeah, let us know what you want. We can give you the virtual version, or you can get up and do the real version. Up to you. But you are free to move about the cabin. I'll tell you, when you're at 35,000 feet, the Ortho 4XP, in my opinion, except for when you see the tile meshing, when there's different colors in that, I think it looks just as good as Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, once you get 10,000 or below, then I think it's definitely not as good, because you don't have that photogrammetry, the whole Black Shark AI stuff with the 3D building rendering, which is amazing. How they do that is just amazing. Corey, Kyle's gonna hold the baby for you. Oh, look at that, SimFans. We got another flight going by. Can't tell if it's one of those Phantom jets, or if, let's see, can I zoom in? Let's see if we can't. Is there a livery on that? Oh, wait. I can't. No! Ah, dang it. I couldn't tell. I wanted to say it looked like Frontier, but... Yes, indeed, Aviation. The American airline cookies, they are just wonderful. And we've got, we've got orange juice, we've got coffee. If you want a craft beer, we can sell you one of those for an arm and a leg. It's like being at a baseball game, right? Like, anybody will pay any amount of money for a beer at a baseball game. Or football game, or basketball game, I remember being at a Cubs baseball game, and I was like, as some of you know, love the craft beer, and, I was like, went up and I saw they had what's called Goose Island Matilda, and I was like, whoa, sweet, because I think they charge for, it's actually a big can of, like, if you get the, Bud Light or Coors Light, which I can't stand. It's like, I'll tell you the joke later. So, yeah. So, anyway, but I went up to the stand. And I was like, they have Matilda here. And I didn't even ask what the price was. I just said, I'll take a Matilda. A 12-ounce bottle of Goose Island Matilda was $12. That's like, I don't know. What we pay at the concessions, right? That's where they make a lot of their money, too. So, I guess it's fine. $12, though. It could be worse, I guess. Kyle, the drinks on the menu, we are serving pretty much anything. We got Pepsi, and Coke products. We've got, of course, we've got assorted varieties of craft beer. We've got spirits, mimosas, even though it's night, Bloody Marys. What is it, Kyle, that you like? What's in the room fridge? The beer fridge. Kyle says, I bought some very expensive whiskeys that way, except they were much more than $12 for a double. Oh, geez, double neat. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Oh, thank you, Aviation. I forgot to turn my auto brake to off. Thank you, sir. I guess I didn't look to the checklist for climb. So auto brake off. We got the landing wing lights off. The runway turnway lights off. Wheel well lights off. Window heat's on and ice is on, and we adjusted the altimeter. That's the one I missed. Nice catch, Aviation Spotter. Thank you. No wheel covers. There was, has anybody wondered why there are no wheel covers in the 7.3? You got them on the 7.5 and the 7.6 and the 777, 7.4, CRJ, ATR. I mean, you got them like in everything. I shouldn't say everything, because there are other aircraft that don't have wheel covers over the wells, but I think it just has to do with like the airflow over, and it's just like less to have to repair, less to go wrong. Maybe Frank could tell us. He probably knows, unless one of you know. Why don't they have wheel well covers on the 7.3s? They actually spin a little bit, though. If you zoom in, you ever notice that? It is turning this one's turning a little bit. So even that animation, which is pretty cool, they even do that animation when they're in. Because it's obviously hitting some wind. How could it not? I mean, they are up in the fuselage just a little bit, right? I think they improved the textures on this since the last time I looked at it. They definitely have. That's cool. Like I said, I used to fly the Zibo 7.3. Oh, I don't know. I'd fly it at least 3 or 4 times a week. And then once Microsoft Flight Simulator came, once I got into the alpha testing program for it, I spent most of my time in it. And ever since that was in alpha, I've pretty much been Microsoft Flight Simulator, but then popped back into X-Plane when I started doing these streams, because I just think it's still fun to fly IFR and that. And I'd occasionally do IFR in X-Plane, but certainly spend most of my time in Microsoft Flight Simulator, as many of you know. Is this good, though? Is it good to... Do you all like to see the mix-up between X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator? I mean, I do focus on MSFS. I know I've asked this before, but... Is it good to mix it up? I think it's good to mix it up. I know I've got, some of you are still out there that haven't... There's another aircraft. Does he have a livery? Can I do this? Nope, that's a Phantom. See, I don't get it. I don't get it. I might have to put in a ticket or do some more searching. The searches that I found, I didn't find a solution to it. So, but again, I didn't spend a lot of time. Again, that's Traffic Global, and I mean, it seems like after the last. I can't say that. I can't say after the last update. I think it might have been after the last update, but I don't know if that's true. When I say last update, I mean last update of Traffic Global. Hundreds off feet of films is in my beer fridge. Awesome. Wait, hundreds off feet. I haven't heard of that one. One thing is for sure, those gear door sounds always terrify. Yeah, right. Pretty noisy. Aviation for sure. Kyle, I bet they utilize some passive air cooling for hardware down there. Hey, it could be. An unexpected IFR flight into O'Hare. Yep. Yeah, Aviation Spotter. It's good stuff. Kyle, X-Plane still has so many airplanes and fun stuff that Microsoft Flight Simulator has not yet gotten. I agree. And you know, the thing is, there's just so much that I've spent, or you have spent, SimFans, on X-Plane, where it doesn't make sense to just, you know, throw it all to the side and never use it again. I mean, again, I've said this in previous live streams, but you know, as many of you probably do as well. I mean, I have thousands of dollars just in add-ons, scenery, add-ons, aircraft for X-Plane, thousands. So you know, it's been out for so long, and yeah, at least in IMC. Yeah, you know, do need to fly a few more aircraft in IMC conditions for sure. Do some full ILS approaches where we just break out of the clouds, or maybe we never break out of the clouds. It's just foggy, but we landed all the way to the minimums. Yeah, definitely. Kyle, sorry, hundreds of feet of 35mm film as short ends or oh, I gotcha. Have loaded on. That's cool. Nice. Very, very nice. Check this out, the TCAS SimFans. Look at all these aircraft around. I'll tell you though, Traffic Global, I do like it. I have World Traffic 3 as well. Maybe some of you have that for X-Plane, but I do like Traffic Global better. It's easier on the frame rates for sure, because like if you're to have this many aircraft in the air or at an airport, like when we were taking off with World Traffic 3, yeah, your frame rates would be like in the single digits or at best in the teens. So, you know, Traffic Global does not have as much of a performance hit as World Traffic 3. And that's the other thing too, right? With X-Plane, you know, you got the liveries for the real world airlines. You got the flyby view. You got, like, all of us that spent all the money on the add-ons and stuff. Yeah, that's why I still like to go into X-Plane, because there's still a place for it. And there will be for a long time, I'm sure. For sure. So let's check out the progress. So if you're in here, you just hit this prog button. And so we can see oh, I forgot to turn on the timer. 1948 Zulu. Let me get across Haddon. Top of descent, we'll talk about that in a minute. So we'll cross Haddon at estimated time at 1948. So an hour and a half. And then if we want to look at our total flight time, or when we're going to get to KCRP, yeah, we're looking at like 1920, or 1952 rather, is our estimated time of arrival there at the gate. Okay, here, so yeah, this is, you can see where, you know, I don't know, it's a different time of the day or different time of year, but you can definitely see that line. So that's something I haven't witnessed yet in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it does take away for some of the immersion and realism, but it doesn't last that long, you know, and when that happens, I tend to just like go inside and not look out outside. We're getting some, look at that turbulence, fans. Wow, we got some turbulence there. I jumped around in my seat for you. All for you. Gotta do all we can to get exercise these days. working remotely. Oh yeah, we can definitely do that. Thank you, Aviation. We can definitely turn on some background music for sure. We want to listen to some jazz. Do we want to listen to some electric? Any preferences there? What do we want, jazz or electric? That's what I've got as selections right now. The baby is crying. Yeah, the baby is crying. Baby got jostled around. Yeah, woke the baby up for sure. Kyle says, only if it is the album that U2 gave every iPhone user. Oh, there you go. No, I won't be playing that. Oh, good stuff. All right, well, we'll start with the little electric. All right, Captain Matty says electric. We'll start with some electric. Kyle says jazz. All right, how about this? We'll mix it up. We'll mix it up. I'll turn that down a little bit. I'm going to check to see how loud that is for all of you. Oh, we got 2 jazz. Okay, we'll do 1 electric and then I'll switch it to jazz. How's that for, is that too loud, SimFans? The background music? Should I turn it down a little bit more? Turn it up? Good one, Corey. Kyle does have the baby. You're right. Yeah, you know where Corey is, Kyle? I guess we're at a 7.3, so he's not at the bar. We're not in like a 380 or anything. He's just taking an extra long time in the lavatory. Awesome, digging the music, all right. Kyle, you joke on them, but you love U2's old stuff? Yeah. Yeah, you know, music is one of those things where to each their own, right? It's like, well, I mean, poetry or anything that's art. Occupied. Yes, indeed. Turn it down a little bit? All right. Let's turn it down. How's that? Is that better? When I look over at my other display here that I have all the chat stream going, I'm always, like, I'm about anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds delayed. So when I'm talking here and I'm seeing your chat, there's definitely a delay. Just the nature of the beast. Fun streaming. Bye-bye time. Awesome. Thanks, Aviation. Well, we'll do a cabin tour here in a little bit. And we'll talk a little bit about descent profile and top of descent. Oh, there goes an aircraft. It's another one of those Phantom ones. I swear it's getting worse. He's over this direction. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a Phantom one too. Like, what the heck? Aces, yeah. I don't quite have the same resources as Google, or yeah, Google and with their YouTube stuff. Otherwise, I would, buddy. I don't think it's my internet connection because I've got 1 gig up and down fiber, so I've done my part. Oh, that's cool, Kyle. Yeah, any kind of tips, that would be appreciated. I'm sure I do have a high bit rate for the colors and stuff, so I'm sure if I decrease that, that would probably make things better. And I know there are some settings when I set up Livestream, but this has been fairly good. But yeah, I'd take all the tips. Again, I just started this late December, and I'm sure many of you have streamed for quite some time and might have some good tips for me. Always open to a tip. Always. I could probably see if I can grab this, get this out of the way a little bit. I mean, you guys don't need to see my feet touching the rudder pedals, right? Frank Rose, welcome back. How'd it go on loading that 330? Yes, Captain Matty. Sorry about that. Captain Matty says, I have great news. What's the great news? Joyride some 330s. Frank, you've pretty much loaded up everything, right? You've worked on pretty much everything. I mean, I always say everything, you know, the bigger, larger aircraft and that. All right, it's time for some, I promised, so it's time for some jazz. Let's see, which ones are good? There's one that's like 15 minutes by Lobo Loco. That's 15 minutes. Now see, I'm probably going to have to turn that up because it's kind of low. See, I switched between those. I should like normalize the volume on those songs. I'll put that as a task to do outside of all the other stuff. Oh, Captain Matty, you're a father? Well, hey, congratulations, everybody in chat. Say congratulations to Captain Matty. Captain Matty, that is awesome. Father of a boy, that is awesome. Well, congratulations, Captain Matty. Is that the first, I would suspect? That's exciting. And how are you here? Are you rocking the baby? Are you or is the baby asleep? I suspect the baby's asleep, and you probably aren't getting much sleep. Well, congratulations, Captain Matty. That is fantastic news, my friend. Congratulations. That's awesome. Sorry I missed that earlier in chat. That's great. Kyle says, Captain Matty, teach him to fly. I'm sure you will, right? That is fantastic. Daddy Matty. Yeah. Corey says Kyle will babysit. It sounds like Kyle's a pretty good babysitter, Corey. I mean, you still haven't returned to your seat yet. Not sure what you're doing in the lavatory so long. Because again, we know you're not in the bar. The baby is asleep. Hey. Oh my gosh, how are you not sleeping? So when did this happen, Captain Matty? When did you become a dad? It had to be from last stream to this one. I'm surprised you're not asleep. Maybe you have it on your smartphone or something, and you're just listening to this in the background. That's awesome. Recon Delta, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Frank says it's a 740. So Frank, you've worked with a 747, DC-10, Airbus 330, Boeing 767, 787, 340. 320, 319, 737 MAX, Fokker 28, RJ200 and RJ70, and a Dash 8 Q400. Wow. That is pretty sweet. That's really cool. I guess, yeah, Air Canada doesn't have any A380s, so you won't be working on an A380, I'm sure. That's a nice list of aircraft there, Frank. Thanks for posting that. That's cool, man. Yes. Well, if you're fine with giving us the baby's name, sure. Adopted. That's awesome. That's cool. Adoption. Yeah, that's magnificent. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm sure that was quite a process. We've got friends that, you know, it took them a long time to get through all the adoption process. So I gotta, you know what, Captain Matty, I'm gonna refill this, and we'll do a salute to you. We'll do a cheers. Recon Delta, I've been in the pet cargo hold. Oh, so you didn't have to pay to fly on this flight. That's all right. None of you never ever need to pay for a ride on any of my flights. Kyle says, wow, that's really great, Captain Maddie. Yep, let's hear the name, Captain Maddie, since you threw that out there. Recon Delta, you chilly. Oh yeah, Recon, starting to like the doghouse. You've got to be out of trouble by now, right? You can't still be in trouble. Oh, that's cool. Josiah? Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's right, Aces. Fanatic Airlines always free. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to... yeah, we're going to have to do a toast to Captain Maddie as a new dad. That is so cool. How old then is the baby? Newborn or... Not to ask too many questions, don't feel like you have to answer, but figured if you offered it up, it was fair game. Recon always in trouble. That sounds like me sometimes. I guess me saying sometimes isn't really always, is it? But my wife does watch these, so I don't want her thinking that I'm saying I'm always in trouble. That's good stuff. So like I said, this is a long song, 15 minutes. I do want to do a shout out to Lobo Loco though. I've got should have a link in the stream to his music, along with other free content. So if you stream, check it out because it's royalty free. A lot of music there. Let's see here. Definitely. Oh, there goes another Phantom aircraft. Oh, actually, there's two of them. Where'd they go? Oh, there he is. Maybe it is something with TCAS. I don't get it. I might have to, just to see, I might have to load up a different aircraft. I don't know. I don't think it's the aircraft though. It's gotta be just, it's gotta be Traffic Global. Sorry if I'm making people dizzy. Time for flyby. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Just love the flybys. On a nice clear day. Captain Maddie's nearly 2. Awesome. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. So you are getting sleep. So he should be, Josiah should be getting through the night at 2, right? At least for the most part, Captain Maddie. That's a way to do it, I guess. That's awesome. A toast to Captain Maddie for sure. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to celebrate your news, Captain Maddie. I'm gonna go pour because I'm out. I'm gonna go refreshing my cocktail and suggest those of you that have one freshen up on that or grab yourself a soda or whatever, and we'll toast Captain Maddie on his great news. That's awesome. So I'm gonna leave the tunes going. Stick around. Don't leave. By the way, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, please do a like if you would and subscribe. But I do appreciate everybody being here. Let's take a quick 5-minute break and keep the tunes going. We'll do an outdoor outdoor side, or outside shot, if you will. Can't talk. And I'll be right back, SimFans. 5 minutes. All right. Okay, well, it looks like we lost 3, but that's okay. Maybe they'll join back, or maybe it was bedtime. But hey, thank you for those that stayed, stuck around. Appreciate it. All right, so I did get, turn on the cameras here. I did get my drink, and looks like the tunes went out too. I thought I had a, no, it just stopped. I thought I'd selected several. All right, anyway, so Captain Matty, to you, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you being online with us here, and as always, and congratulations, sir, for being a dad with Josiah, 2 years old. That's just awesome. So cheers, everyone. Cheers to Captain Matty. Congratulations. Aviation Spotter, thank you so much for that donation. Appreciate the $1 donation, sir. Very, very much appreciated. Certainly not necessary, but nonetheless, do appreciate it. I will be putting everything I get in donations, friends, I am going to put right back into simming, whether it will be, software, probably software, but, software, hardware, whatever, to then do reviews. And I will be sure any money that is donated, I spend directly on something that I'll use during these streams. And thank you, Aviation Spotter. Appreciate that very much, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, Captain Matty, it is the most rewarding thing, in the world. It is. It really is. I gotta get some background music going. I have a few celebrates. Oh, thanks again, Aviation Spotter. Thank you so much for the another $1 donation, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Very, very nice. Do appreciate it. I was gonna check. Let's see here. Need to pull up a website. Let's see. There we go. I missed on the first one. I had to get there, Aviation Spotter. You said welcome back in the message. Thank you. Again, appreciate the donations, Aviation Spotter. Not necessary, but nonetheless, definitely appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. All right, SimFans. So should we talk about, what should we talk about? Should we talk about descent profile? That's so cool. My wife uses Venmo. I need to get with the times. I don't use Venmo. Usually if I have to send money back and forth to a friend through Venmo, I go and I say, hey, can you do this for me? And I have her do it. But yeah, that's cool, Kyle. How does someone donate? Recon asks. There's a link. I kind of buried it because I didn't want anyone thinking that I wanted to throw that up at the top. So it's kind of towards down in the details of the live stream or the video posted. It's right above my computer specs. Again, certainly not necessary, but definitely appreciated. And so I kind of buried it to not make it too easy to find, because again, I'm doing this for all of us. Certainly don't expect anything, but definitely nonetheless obviously appreciated. By the way, I am going to be having a giveaway. I know I mentioned this during live stream on Saturday. And we gotta check here, make sure, how far are we away from the top of descent? What does it say? 1952. Let me just double check the SimFans before I start talking and miss our marker. Oh, we got plenty of time. Okay. So yeah, so pretty cool stuff. It really, one of the things that the giveaway, I've reached out to VerticalSim. So we're landing at Vertical Simulations tonight, SimFans, at, again, Corpus Christi. I did get the flight tracker working with Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I could have done it for tonight. I just didn't get, Sim Toolkit Pro loaded up in time. I was updating a bunch of stuff and kind of cutting it short. But anyway, but I'm gonna have I reached out to Vertical Simulations, and they're gonna allow me one licensed copy to do a giveaway for a future stream. So for Sky Harbor, and that's where we took off on Saturday using Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it'll be MSFS, and it'll be a giveaway. I'll probably do that here in the next few weeks. So watch for that. I'll put giveaway in the title so it's easy to find. But I do plan on doing that for a future stream. And I forgot to turn on the tunes. I swore I picked multiple, but I must not have. Let's go back to the music. Skip that one because we just listened to it. Was that fast and then it slowed down, or was that just me? Boy, that really did slow down. I was like, did the tempo just slow down all of a sudden in that song? Weird. Oh my goodness. Some of Kyle, thank you, Kyle Summers, so much for the $5 donation. So nice of you, my friends. Just not necessary, but so much. Thank you. So Kyle says, been getting a bunch of enjoyment out of the channel since finding it, just supporting fellow entertainment workers. Well, Kyle, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. How's the volume, SimFans? Is that all right? Is that too loud, or is it just right? Okay, I miss Captain Matty. Well, Josiah is awake. He is actually waving at you guys. LOL, and very cute. Awesome. Hi, Josiah. Hello. Hello. Hello from SimFanatic. That's awesome. All right, Captain Matty. Hey, sorry you gotta go. Do appreciate you stopping by, my friend. And again, congratulations. And yes, Captain Matty, we'll definitely see you soon. Take care. Understand needing to sleep. I'm sure that's what you're going to do. Well, you're going to take care of, Josiah, because he's up. Good luck. There you go, Kyle. Kyle says he donates in honor of Captain Matty and the Family Edition. Yes. Indeed. All right, so if we want to set up for this descent, let's see, I've got Chrome going, and so let's go ahead and put this up. Side note, talked about AirNav a few times. There was, I meant to show that, but there's the airport diagram for Denver when we took off. This gargantuan airport. Let's go back. Recon Delta. Love your stream. Buy a couple of beers. Recon Delta, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. That $50? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say, but thank you for supporting the stream. And yeah, definitely, that's too much. But thank you so much. That is amazing. All of you. Thanks, everybody. I'll be able to buy more than a couple of beers with that Recon Delta. So, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. All right, I will definitely check that Aviation Spotter. Thanks. I'll actually check that here in a minute. Right. Oh, there's an idea. I could upgrade my graphics card if I could ever get a hold of one, right? So crazy what they want for those, though. 3090, like, I mean, it's higher now, right? I think it was like 1,250, and now it's even more than that, I think. It's crazy. Yeah, Ace is yeah. Recon pretty much did break me with that one. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. All right, so we're gonna type in KCRP, right? KCRP. And let's see, Corpus Christi. So what we're looking for, we're going to be landing on the ILS of runway 36, SimFans. Runway 36. We're going to go right here, click on this so we can get our airport diagram. And so, you know, I've talked about this before, I know. And Aviation Spotter. How's it going? How is it going? Yeah, so 2000, this is the big one you want to check. So first of all, you know, you've got the localizer, the nav frequency, if you will, 109.5. You notice this 355 right in the middle here. That's what you want to set your course to, is 355. We'll do that in a moment. And this is our ILS intercept. So that little, I call it a lightning bolt. That's not what it is, but it looks like a lightning bolt. So that's our intercept altitude for 2000. So the important thing, SimFans, to remember is when you're getting ready to do your descent profile, and I would suggest, you know, I think the book says do it 30 nautical miles before your top of descent. But you can set it really at any time. I mean, procedurally, I think you should do it within 30. Because, you know, things change, like ATC tells you to go up altitude, lower, and so you might have to change some things or prepare. I turn this down a little bit. Might be better, might be easier to hear me. So yeah, so we're gonna turn Chrome back off and we're gonna use those. But here's another tip, if you don't know it already. You can just simply go into your MFD and we'll switch here to our right MFD. And if you hit this iNet ref, click on that, you'll notice that it has some information here. And so right here for ILS 36, it'll tell you the course. So it tells us, remember that 355 we saw on the chart in the ILS approach plate for runway 36? And then also tell us that 109.5 that we have to plug into our nav. So I'll do that on both. So I'll switch down here to the nav. 109.5, right? I think. My memory isn't the best, so, but I think it was 109.5. So you gotta remember to hit that. See, I didn't do that on nav 1. So I do that on both the nav. That's all you gotta do there, SimFans. And then we gotta go and set our course to 355. So we go over here and we just, you know, I can, actually, I don't think that's working with the Bravo by default. I just need to program it, or map it. Yeah, see, I'm moving the dial. It doesn't work for that, but for heading it works. I don't know why, but if I switch it to heading works. But yeah, for some reason the course isn't mapped. So get this set to 355. It's okay, because if I have to, because that dial is so small, like the diameter of the dial is so small, you sit there for like, you know, a minute just spinning that thing if you have to do anything that's major course correction or course entry. So I just go to the VR button to do the major changes. So now we got that. Now what's the last thing I'm forgetting? Anybody want to tell me? There's one critical thing we have to do yet. What's the one thing I haven't done yet that is critical for our top of descent to be plugged in? Who's gonna be the first to answer? I need the Jeopardy theme song for these streams. Do you suppose I get in trouble for that? Like some copyright? Oh my god. Aviation Spotter, thank you. Another just for the priceless reaction. Thank you, Aviation Spotter. Again, you guys are too nice. You really, really are. You're making me feel. You're making me feel like I should take that link off. I do appreciate it so much, though. Seriously, sincerely, thank you so much, all of you. Look at, we got traffic right around us. Let's see if we can't find the traffic. Where's the traffic? It says descend, so it's got to be kind of somewhere here, right? Where is he? Again, Aviation Spotter, thanks so much for the $1 donation, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are too nice. Too nice. You boosted my Discord server. So Kyle says with the donation, also I boosted your Discord server. Thanks for reminding me. I have to go check that out. Captain Maddie's back. Well, that was quick. Josiah must have like fell asleep really fast for you. Aviation Spotter, what? That's not the join message. Recon Delta, sorry my YouTube bombed. Oh no, but you're back. Glad to help a little. Your stream is great. Hey, thanks so much, everyone. Recon, all of you. It's just, you know, Aviation Spotter, Recon Delta, Ace is down. You donated last stream. Again, I don't expect it, obviously, SimFans, but thank you so much. Again, I promise you, I will put that to something simming that we'll cover in live stream. So I was looking to see if anybody wanted to tell me what was the thing I forgot I haven't done yet for the top of descent. Anybody want to take a guess? Anyone? Well, I'll go back into the cockpit. It might make it a little easier. I gotta wait a minute because I know there's that delay, which apparently you're all telling me how to fix. General. Oh, nice, Kyle. Nice screenshot. LAX to JFK. That was today at 9 a.m. I missed that. And Aviation Spotter, yeah, thank you for boosting the server. Appreciate it. No, you don't. Aviation, I appreciate that, buddy. No need, but yeah, you guys are too nice. You gotta stop it because you're just too nice. I'll give it another minute and see. All right, I'll see if anybody wants to. So let's review. We put in the course of 355, and we put in the in the nav 1 nav 2 our 109.5 frequency, right in there. And there's one thing left. One thing left. What did I miss? Oh, it's the real thing. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, I missed that. Well, of course, because you were flying, right? For real. That's cool. Thanks, Kyle, for putting that in there. That's awesome. Sorry, I missed that. Actually, I gotta do a response here. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't. I like saw the shot, and so that just goes to show you that the sim stuff is getting so darn realistic looking at a distance you can't even tell anymore. Because I seriously, I mean, it's like you know, like the thumb in Discord, and I'm looking at it from one of my monitors off to the right. But yeah, that's awesome. Asa says, I never thought I'd see anyone rage quit over actually getting donations. LOL. Yeah. You guys are too nice. Yeah, I've done that too with other channels though, and it's definitely not necessary but appreciated. But I've donated quite a few other channels too. I think we're all community YouTubers and sim enthusiasts. But again, it's appreciated. I really did hesitate doing a link, but I thought I debated it, and then I thought, you know what? I do spend lots of money on this stuff. Maybe I could kind of, but make sure I like put that money towards something that I'm going to cover in live streams for all of you, or maybe I'll do like you know, more giveaways if they're not donated, because I've thought about doing that too, just doing giveaways because I like to help others like they've helped me. I'll get over the sappiness. I get that way once in a while, but yeah, you guys are too cool. All right, well, no, I don't think anybody put it in. Okay, so I'm going to just tell everyone the one thing. What was the one thing that I talked about? Remember the laser, or the laser? I'm gonna have to slow down. The lightning bolt. Remember on the approach plate for runway 36, there was that little lightning bolt, and there was. Remember what it said? Who remembers what that said? Who is paying attention? I went over that and remembers that. Maybe you were off hitting the restroom or grabbing a beer or taking care of a baby. But it's definitely one critical thing. If you ever wonder, like, okay, why is my aircraft, it's in the FMC, why am I not, like, descending? By the way, if we look at this, like, in the legs and that, so, you know, we got 2,000 here. So that's, we want to cross Haddon at 2,000, so at 192 speed at 2,000 feet. And then again, if we go to progress, so we're coming up on our top of descent. I mean, we got a while yet. I mean, it's not like right now or anything. 1929 Zulu, so we still have 24 minutes. So we're within that 30 minutes, not 30 nautical miles, but certainly 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna tell you. Well, let's go back and let's look at that. So remember, can everybody see that? I don't know. Maybe you can't really see it very well. Maybe that's my bad. So that little lightning bolt, right? I'm gonna call it a lightning bolt. That's 2,000 there. So all we got to do, SimFans, is we just need to make sure that we plug in that 2,000 altitude in our altitude setting, if I hit the right button. So I'm just going to click and hold this until it goes down to 2,000. Now notice, we're not descending. We're holding right at 35,000 feet. Our vertical speed indicator is just nice and level, so we're not descending. And the reason for that is this right here. This VNAV button, right? So with that VNAV, with that on green, and our command, which is our autopilot on, notice for some reason my Bravo quadrant isn't showing that right now. Probably because I did it here. I'm still in the habit with the Zibo clicking the buttons in the virtual cockpit. But anyway, because it's going to follow this, SimFans. So it's going to follow that for the top of descent. So it's handling it with the FMC. Now, if we zoom out, we should see a T/D. So right here, see that? At that 160 nautical mile marker, we have that T/D. That doesn't stand for touchdown. It stands for top of descent. SimFans. So once we cross that, as long as our altitude is something less than our current cruise of 35,000, as long as it doesn't have to be 2,000, you can step it. So you could have like ATC call out and say descend to 10,000. You know, at top of descent, you know, or cross some other, you know, intersection at a higher altitude. You can change that, so you make sure your plane doesn't bust it. In other words, but I'm not doing ATC. I'm not flying ATC, so we're gonna just go ahead and just set it to 2,000. Kyle, check the tapes. I said crossing restrictions. Does that count? Asa says, and you have to be below 6,000 before that too. Yeah. So. Yeah. Another flyby time, and then we'll do a cabin tour. So we're all set. You know, and I've got this high technology. You know, you might think it looks like paper and text, but it's one of those new tablets that you can fold. You've seen it. You can fold them like... Okay, I'm lying. I still like the old style checklist, because Aces, back me up on this. Or the rest of you that are real pilots in an aircraft. You still have the checklist like this for us general aviation pilots. So I still like that, and I got notes and stuff on it, so you know, it's kind of nice to have. I'm still old school when it comes to that, even though I'm in IT. I know it's pathetic. Hey, but I love the FMC though. I've got a question for all of you before we do a cabin tour. For those of you that fly the commercial airliners, do you prefer the Zibo or the Boeing FMS or FMC? Or do you prefer the Airbus? Android Fold. There you go, Aces. Yep. It's a big one. It's a big and yeah, Android Fold. Works pretty well. Except in the dark. I can't get the damn brightness to turn up on it for some reason. Kyle says, don't peel on the screen protector for that tab. Yeah, right? Basic checklist laminated for sure. With the big silver rings, right? Aces. Big silver rings, so you flip the laminated cards over. For sure. Did our music end? It did. Alright, well we played jazz. How about we switch to something else? What do you think? You guys are probably getting sick of that music. It's pretty good. I always like this one. Let me know if that's too loud. I probably need to turn it down. That's not bad, is it? You know, let's check this here. Kyle says I used to sit on my laminated checklist while flying. Yeah, always a good choice. You know where it's at all times, right? For sure. Granted, there isn't much space to put checklists in a tiny glider, right? Oh, and there went my screen. Hold on a second. How about that for a fix? All I gotta do is get my ass out of the chair and sit back down. It's my camera. It still does the auto white balance, and I even have it unchecked, and I don't know why it does that, but I found that is I can get in and kind of dink with the settings back and forth, but I found that I figured that out. I don't know. It was the other. I think it might have been Saturday night. Like I just get up, get out of my seat, go back, sit down. It resets. It's pretty crude, but it works. Hey man, if it works, it's all good. All right, time for a cabin tour. Let's do it. All right, we're going to see our passengers as we go back there, so let's take a look. Find the buttons here. Anybody want coffee? Coffee. Let's see. There's got to be. Oh yeah, systems. Who wants a Coke? Who wants a Sprite? What is this? Anybody make out what that is? I don't know what. I mean, it looks familiar. Not sure what it is. How about a Fresca? You suppose it's a Fresca? Alright, and we've got highly animated and detailed. Animated, yeah. Highly animated and detailed passengers. But you know what? At least we got passengers. Guy doesn't look too comfortable. It looks like he needs some lumbar support. Same with her. We'll keep working our way back. Oh, Mr. Tough Guy. And you know, every time I don't know, it must be me. I must really be bad at flying the 737, because I swear every time I come back here, SimFans, this gal just looks like she's so ticked off. But again, this I don't know if this guy keeps telling her bad jokes, or I don't know. She always has that same look. Hello, 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 hello. Checking out. Is there anything to look at? Oh yeah, at least, hey, you know what? At least the window's open, so he's actually looking at something. Keep moving back. Let's see. Don't have this on record. Get the music going again. Oh, that's way too slow. And this guy's happy. See? He likes my flying. Oh, look at that. There, we're gonna go over here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry to cut in. Never mind. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just want to get a little outside view here for all of the SimFans that are flying along, right? Yeah, that's so cool. So sorry, lady and gentlemen. All right. Okay. So sorry. Excuse me. Well, at least she's happy. Oh, I don't know. She thinks she's getting fresh. All right. Moving on. I'm not gonna go there. All right. Keep moving back. Moving back. What? Yeah. Kyle. Yeah, right? So, yeah, Kyle says, I wish my tech issues were that easy to fix. I wish all mine were that easy to fix too, Kyle. I'm with you. Aviation, those passengers look terrifying. They do, don't they? I'll take a Coke, please. Okay, Kyle. Coke coming up. Stewardess will bring it to you in a jiff. Aviation spotter, as always, a normal day. Kyle. Sam Peeling. I probably pronounced that wrong. I've never had that. Captain Matty asks, so does anyone have any questions about Josiah? I could probably come up with a couple, Captain Matty. I'll come back to that one, Captain Matty. Kyle, I like how some look at you. Yeah, what? Kyle asks, what does he want when he grows up? There you go, Captain Matty. Let's see, Aviation Spotter, you're just doing a cabin tour, then a passenger turns their head. That would freak me out, dude. If that actually happened, that would freak me out. Wants to be a pilot. Well, hey, that's awesome. Have him start young. Oh, let's see. I don't think Corey's with us anymore, but Corey, I think, was back in the lavatory here for a while. So, Kyle, you had to take care of his kid. I know, and I'm sure he appreciated that. Hey, let's go back to the front. Do they still have Austin Meyer on the screen? I think that's pretty funny. Maybe they took it off, because, again, this is the latest version. Let's see. Is he still on, or did they remove him? Nope, he's still there. Oh, and there's room here. So we'll sit down and we'll just, here's, you know what the sad thing is about this flight, Sim fans? This is the entertainment, that we have for our movie, is just staring at a static image of Austin Meyer. Well, I mean, times are tough. Airline industry, it's hurting. So, I mean, we couldn't pay royalties on like full-length movies, so we just decided to put Mr. Austin on the screens and as just a straight pick, and figured that would be entertaining enough with him doing the okay, right? He's smiling, so he's happy. He's still got a place on our hard drive, so he's happy. He knows it. So that is the cabin tour for this flight, Sim fans. What do you think? In chat, let me know. Would you keep the passengers on? I love the movie. Yeah. Do you like the passengers on, or do you think they're kind of creepy and they should be turned off, and we just go through a sterile cockpit a sterile cabin? Is there a disaster on? Probably. Take the elevator down for a visit. Kyle says, well, don't let him, for Josiah being a pilot, well, don't let him take his written and then push the check right off forever like I did. Is that right, Kyle? I don't think you've told that story, have you? So you had to retake the written, I take it. Hey, I'm with you, Kyle. I let my CFI and CFII writtens expire. Which, I took both of them the same day because they're out of the same pool of tests. It's just more question for the CFII, by the way. And when I took them, I don't know what they are today. Do you guys know? How much are the written tests? They're not bad, but they're $100 a piece. So I took both of those and essentially wasted $200. And a hell of a lot of studying, which I, probably retained some, but definitely have to study again because that was several years ago. I agree, Asus. Asus says could at least have a slideshow. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, they should. That'd be cool. All right. Well, I suppose I probably should walk back up front to close the door, right? Because the door's still open. We want to make sure we're secured, right? Back into our awesome Zibo cockpit. Let's just take a look. I mean, for this being free, and like, I don't know, are there any switches that don't work on the Zibo? I think every single switch we see we can actually manipulate. I don't think there's a single switch we can't manipulate. Yeah, I mean, talk about amazing developers. There we have it, SimFans. That was the cabin tour. How was that? That work? That pass? Does that get a passing grade, SimFans? Nice, Kyle. 95? That's awesome. Okay, how about the second go through? You knew that was coming. So you got 100 on your second one, right? I'm guessing. I can't get sick of the flyby. Let's check our top of descent time again, 1929. That hasn't changed, so we're 7 minutes. We're going to reach our top of descent, SimFans. And then we'll do the PA announcement for top of descent. Doesn't seem like we should be, like, that close already. But you know, it is a Thursday night, and a lot of us have to work tomorrow, so we go a little later. Boy, that stream Saturday night, I think that ended up being like, is that 5 hours? That's a long stream. That was a long stream. And some of you stayed through the whole thing. I get not being able to. We all need our beauty sleep for sure, but I was even kind of like at the end of that. I was even feeling tired. I'm a night owl by trade. Oh yes, okay. So what are my questions for Josiah, Captain Matty? Yeah. So I guess my question would be, well, at 2. I'm just trying to think. Is it if he's 2 years old? You know, they say the terrible twos. Have you found that to be the case yet with Josiah? Is Josiah getting a little more? I mean, obviously you adopted him, right? So it's all new to you, I assume. You're first, right? So maybe it's hard to gauge that if he's already 2. But yeah, terrible. You know, they say. So here's, I guess, I don't know if this is as much as of a question as maybe an observation that I've been through as a parent. But you know, you always hear about terrible 2s. How about the rest of you that have kids? I find that it's the terrible 3s. It's like both our kids. It was like when they were 3 years old is when it was the terrible. It was like they were much more difficult to deal with at 3 than at 2. I at least my wife and I thought. But yeah, that'd be a question: is how's Josiah doing at 2? Handful. I mean, there's obviously got to be some adjustment there, right? You know, acclimating to your home and the parents. Yeah, I mean that could add to some differences there, but that's awesome that you adopted. That's so cool. There's so many kids that need to be adopted. We thought about, not really seriously, but my wife helps out with Special Olympics every year. She's been doing it for years. I mean, she's so generous with her time. And, you know, I know she, at one point, talking about, like, maybe adopting, you know, a child with Downs or something. But that's so cool. People are out there providing homes and adopting. And, you know, unfortunately some, and not to say this is the case for you, Captain Matty, but, you know, just sometimes that's what's in the cards of the universe, right? Not, you know, so we all have our reasons, but, yeah, that's cool. I'll think of another question for Josiah here. Middle name. What's Josiah's middle name? You probably put it in and I missed it. What's Josiah's middle name? If you want to give that, if you don't want to let that one go, that's fine. Oh, okay. So Captain Matty, he is my first. Terrible 2 isn't a thing. Well, that's good. That's good so far, right? That's awesome. Kyle says the trick is to make high enough so the DPE thinks you know it, but not so high that they want to really see how much you know it. Well, there's something to be said about that. Traffic. Off to our right. There he is. Oh, no, that's a mark on my monitor. I thought, oh, there he is. I don't see him. Do you guys? He'd be biased by now. Well, no, he wouldn't, because that was pretty. Right off to the front right, like at about 1 o'clock. I don't see anybody. Oh, where is that? Well, okay, clear of conflict. We're safe. Captain Matty, you're adopted as well. Well, hey, you Josiah's he's good to have you as a dad. His middle name is Kyle. Hey, Kyle. You ought to like that. Big if true. What is going on with all the traffic? Oh, there he is. Found that one. There he goes. Where did they go? Getting closer, SimFans. Just what, about a little minute away. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'll be right back. But what I'm gonna do is, here, watch the throttle levers. How many of you have like SciTech or CH that are noisy, and there's actually a filter function in the Zibo to reduce the noise so that it doesn't disconnect your autopilot all the time? That is one of the things, you know, we were talking about how much we love the Bravo quadrant at the beginning of the stream, which it's awesome, obviously, but it's also a higher resolution and it's not noisy. Like I've had the SciTech, you know, the 3-axis, and you can put 2 of them together and get 6 like this has, and I had the CH Pro throttle, but those things were so noisy that I had to like really adjust the noise in the Zibo setting because it kept disconnecting the auto throttle. There went, and I moved away from it while it was moving. But see, but it would like the right one would flip up because it wasn't registering or something, and it was, yeah, it was so annoying. But now we can check out. Now we're doing our descent. We can see by our contrail dip in there. Hard to believe we're already descending, SimFans, but yeah, it would be that time, wouldn't it? I mean, we do have to drop quite a ways, and we want to hold 0.75, so we're able to do that at 3,000 feet per minute. That it's hard not to gain airspeed, so we probably will have to put our spoilers in. Speed brake, if you will, because yeah, see how it keeps climbing here. And our FMC will probably come up and tell us. Kyle says, I'm named after my father's middle name, so in good company if true. Indeed. That's cool. All right, let's give our passengers an announcement here that we're descending.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are descending. Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened for the remainder of the flight. On behalf of the flight crew, we appreciate you being with us today. Wish you a very safe and pleasant journey to your final destination. Hope to see you back here with us soon. Thank you.
He sounds like he's done that a few times, right? I'd probably drive passengers nuts if I actually flew commercially, because I'd probably get on there and first be loud like I am on my streams, but then be probably too bubbly. All right, SimFans. Well, we've begun our descent into Corpus Christi at the Gulf of Mexico. Has anybody been to Corpus Christi? I've been there one time for real, not simming, but for real. Well, I've been there many times simming, but I meant for real. You know what I meant. It's kind of so. Quick story, and then I'm gonna take a quick break before we begin our approach here. But yeah, so my wife likes to show. Oh, she's what is it? Magnolia or whatever, and so yeah, so we ended up going to that, and you know, kind of checking things out there in Waco, and stayed there for that. But then it was like, well, let's go a few days at the beach. Let's go to the Gulf of Mexico. Let's go to Corpus Christi, and it actually was decent. But I was like kind of hesitant. I'm like, okay, I've heard of people like saying there's like oil on the beach, on some beaches it washes up, and because there's like you drive down there and there's just like refineries all over the place, you know. And so like while we're driving there because we rented a car, Z28, I'm a Camaro fan, and so we rented a Camaro and we're driving. Although I have to say, like the rural roads, those were awesome. It was like, I think the speed limit was like 85. I'm not kidding, 85, and it was like 2-lane, and it was 85. So I just like opened it up and it was like just cruising. And we took rural roads because the interstate it's probably some of the worst. Now, I mean, some of you that are like, if you're in, I've driven in San Diego and LA area, and to me it's worse than that. They did have a lot of construction, so we just found a tollway and then we got off on some rural roads and it was like 85. I'm like, wow, why is there not more traffic on these roads? I mean, like local, but anyway. But we're passing all these refineries and we're kind of thinking, you know, okay, you know, what's this going to be like when we get there? But it actually was pretty nice, actually. I'm trying to remember what hotel we stayed on, but it was right on the, it wasn't really a beach because there was like a large, like a 4-lane road or highway in front, but then it was the beach and there was like a seawall and you had to walk down the seawall to get to the beach, but it was still nice. Love the ocean. I just got up there, Kyle. That's awesome. So Kyle says, like, if I were a real commercial pilot, yeah, Kyle, I think you're right. Yeah, the passenger would say, yeah, the flight was good, but the pilot talked for half the flight. Oh yeah, good stuff. So let's see here. How far are we from touchdown, SimFans? So 1952, we should be at the gate, right? So 1952, so not long, 18 minutes. Okay, since we still have some altitude to leave, I'll be right back. Stick around. This is the fun part, SimFans, because we're going to be landing in Corpus Christi on runway 36. We're going to be doing an ILS approach. So I will be right back in just a moment. All right, I'm back. Where are we at? Aces, did you take over the aircraft, or Kyle or somebody? Aviation spotter, Captain Maddie, anyone? Let's see, where are we at here for speed? I bet we're probably going a little too fast. Oh no, we're fine. I do need to change the standard. Turn off the standard pressure. There we go. Hey, we're doing great. You guys did a good job flying this thing while I was away. Nice work. Approaching 10,000. Yes, sir. We gotta drop that down to below 250, right, Aces? Or speed's still set at 268, but our FMC should switch us to below 250 before we cross that 10,000, Aces, hopefully. Aces down, you say you missed your 82 Camaro? That's awesome, man. Yeah, Aces, we're a lot alike, I think. Yeah, I've been a Camaro fan like forever. My dream car would be the '69, obviously, Z28 SS. Actually, I don't even know if it's called Z28. It's just SS Camaro, right? 69 model with the white and the orange stripes on it, like the NASCAR pace car. That's pretty cool, though, Aces. So, you swapped the engine out. You know, I would not consider myself a mechanically inclined person. I've gotten better as a homeowner. You know, you kind of got to get handy if you don't want to spend an arm and a leg for somebody to do stuff for you. So, my problem is I'm so particular and, like, I'm a perfectionist that I was doing the baseboard, and I know baseboard, well, it's not necessarily the easiest thing, because you got to get your coping saw out. Well, I ended up doing coping saw. I used my miter saw, and I'm like, these corners aren't perfect. Of course, it doesn't help my wife is a perfectionist even worse than I am, so part of me is like, I know she's not going to like it, so I'll rip it out, do another cut. So glad. We remodeled our first floor and did a lot of it ourselves, but yeah, swapping an engine and a transmission, that's impressive. That's probably kind of like a hobby for you, I would suspect, right, Aces? By the way, Aces is building his channel, so check it out. Please do check it out. Aces down, does a lot of real pilot to sim stuff. I'm kind of in the fun, real realm. Aces, you focus more on the real deal with the tutorial so far, right? But yeah, do check out his channel, SimFans, if you would. Aces is do appreciate Aces. You be a moderator and been with me almost from the start, so good stuff. See, now we got, this is one thing, you know, you could probably add like another waypoint or a fix. Because, like, look at this, SimFans. It's like a hairpin turn right here. So what we're going to do is we get a little closer. We're going to actually switch it to heading. So, like, is that music too loud, by the way? Should I turn it down, or is it fine? Let me know in chat. I zoomed in too far. But, yeah, we got to get around this hairpin turn. So we're just going to change our heading to kind of parallel that. And then that way we can switch to heading. It would be at 175, right? So that way we don't have to like jam the aircraft in a large bank just to get turned around to intercept the ILS. See here again. Now the other thing about VerticalSim, he offers up free ortho for several states. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if Texas is one of them. Huge in Florida. I mean, he's got like all of Florida and several other states. I don't think he has Texas, but I could be wrong. Yep, we're below 250, by the way, Aces. Thank you for the heads up there. Captain, I missed it. Captain Maddie, Josiah and I both have been diagnosed with autism. That does bring up a bigger challenge, doesn't it? That, you know what, the thing... yeah, Captain Maddie, the thing is that you'll definitely be able to relate. I mean, I think that's it, right? The fact that you'll be able to relate with your son and him with you. There's something special about that. So yeah, you'll definitely be a good dad for Josiah, no doubt about it, Captain Maddie. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where it's just different, you know, in terms of like just how you can perceive people and their reactions and all that stuff. So yeah, Josiah's lucky to have you as a dad, Captain Maddie, for sure. Well, I think that was about a good time for the music to cut out, SimFans, because we gotta get a stereo cockpit. By the way, check it out. Look, it's right over there, airport. There it is, Corpus Christi, because we're gonna fly by it as you saw in the FMC, and then we're gonna track back and turn around and nail our approach, hopefully. You know, one of the things that I found, SimFans, is here we can like look as if we're a passenger as we go by it here. I really, I got to get used to using this, because I would normally, before I had the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, I'd just use the switch on the yoke to trim, and it's much faster than spinning this wheel. And I'm guessing you can adjust that in terms of like, you know, movement, maybe does more or less. I don't know. I've never tried it. Maybe one of you know, have been playing with it. But I found, I mean, I don't think I'm too out of practice, but I really, there's the airport, SimFans. But I haven't really, yeah, it seems like I need to do more trimming or something, or I just need to like get my, so one of the things I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry, I'm kind of beating around the bush here, I'll get it out eventually, is so some complaints I have, not complaints, but maybe some constructive criticism for Honeycomb is the fact, I mean, there's only so much space, right? So I'm not complaining. But the landing gear lever is too close to the trim wheel, you know, so it's a little bit cramped. But I'm glad they have it. I mean, I'd rather have it cramped and they put it there and give us all the space to do the LED. So they had to have certain, you know, dimensions for it. I get it. Let's get our heading going. So we need to get to our heading, and let's go ahead and switch to heading. So we'll bank right. And then we'll come back around, SimFans. The other thing, and I mentioned this during a few live streams, look at my indicator lights are back on. Go figure. I don't know why those were out earlier. The other thing is they really need to put, and I'm sure they will, it'd be so simple. All they need to do is put a white line on your mode selector so you can actually see it at a distance. I mean, I realize I have sunglasses on, but even if I take them off, it's hard to see, especially if it's lower light. So they need to do that. Yeah, there's some other things that I'll do a updated review. I've been making some notes and stuff that I want to highlight. I mean, the trim wheel is awesome, obviously. The flap lever is awesome. The fact that it has the reversers, either by the switches or the axis, that you can do the thrust reversers, is awesome. Autopilot is fantastic. I love the fact I can do all my autopilot stuff there. That is... I mean, there's some autopilot modules that you'd buy that would cost you, you know... what, $150 or $200? So it's just the Bravo has so much. I've talked about it a million times, but it does. It really, it is the best throttle quadrant out there right now, really. Unless you want to piece together like every single control and stuff, but it's amazing. It might be a little early for that. My autopilot just kicked off.
2500.
My auto throttle kicked off. Turn that back on. Slow down! Why did the... Boy, that was ridiculous. The auto throttle is back on. Why did it... That was weird. Well, maybe we'll just move to manually throw in some speed brake. That was weird. Not sure what happened there, SimFans. It's even switching the auto throttle back. I'm just going to turn it off because it's not working anyway. We're just going to go manual. I'll move that back there. Oh, we kind of broke that speed limit, didn't we? Oh, the other thing too I like to do is set this over here, map mode to approach, so you can intercept our ILS here. Did I get that switched over here? I didn't. I forgot to do that, SimFans. It's like, that doesn't look right. It wasn't. There we go. Recon Delta asks, is it too late to ask for a barrel roll? Yeah, this close to the ground it is. I might do something. I would maybe do something crazy if we weren't so close to the ground. Because I like to do that crazy stuff. Even on live streams, it's kind of fun because you never know what's going to happen. Alright, we could probably start banking here. We'll wait a little bit. I'll use the heading. I'll go ahead and use the Bravo Throttle Quadrant just so, you know, because I have the camera, I might as well, like, use it. But it takes for... maybe I won't, because watch this. I'll start turning it like this. You gotta spin it. Like, you just gotta keep spinning it. Spinning it and spinning it. Better get that throttle up. I get so used to the FMC controlling that stuff that I neglected it there. So, yeah, we just need to do this. Because it's just, yeah, it's that. So I kind of wondered, if I throw the auto throttle in right now, will it work? Like, is it a bug? Yeah, see, now it's working. See? What's up with that, SimFans? What's up with that? Fly the puppy in, yeah, I probably should. Really show off my piloting skills, right, Kyle? Captain Maddie's responded to Recon, yeah. It's cool. Alright, SimFans, here we go. Go ahead and throw another notch of flaps there. See, auto throttle just disabled again. I don't know what's going on there. It's almost like my flap lever is doing something with the throttle. That can't be it. Seatbelt sign. No, it's not. Recon, better get that on, huh? Always when you're in a turn, that's that X camera thing. That's kind of. Thank you. Thank you, Recon Delta. I got it on, my friend. Shoot, I need to hit approach. So you notice I hit the approach button, so that should get us aligned once we intercept the ILS. And look, we've got the single channel dialed in. So we should, yep, there we go. Looking good, SimFans, looking good. And the last couple times I've landed this, I'm like, what's go? Jeez, I have the speed brake on still. But I'm like, why am I landing so hard? But I think it's the trim wheel, because I'd normally have it again on the Alpha, and it does it at a faster rate. I just need to be faster on the draw, SimFans, with the trim wheel. I mean, the trim wheels. I'll tell you right now, 3 things that makes this Bravo Throttle Quadrant worth it: the autopilot, all the switches and all that, and the dial mode selector. The trim wheel definitely makes it worth it, and I would say the interchangeable levers. I mean, the LED lights and everything, those are cool, but those aren't like, they're not like of utility in terms of functional, right? So, let's see, our ILS intercept is what intersection was that again? That was on Oso. So we're coming up on Oso. 7 nautical miles. I usually look to about where the intercept is, and then I drop the landing gear. We might do it a little sooner here. But I think we're set up really nice, SimFans. Look, we've got everything like dialed in, nice and centered. This is looking good. This is looking like a good approach. So the only thing that can mess this up is me. Autopilot's doing its job. We're at 2,000, just like we should be. As we get closer to OSO, we should be seeing that intercept. And so what that will be, SimFans, is we'll see this diamond start moving down, and then we'll hit that, intercept it, and then fly the rest of the way. Let's go over here. Now let's go back to INET. And so 15 degrees of flaps, 157, 30 degrees, 144, 40 degrees, 137. I like to add 5 knots. But I think I might go a little faster than that, because the last few times, it's just, I've landed hard. So I might actually go, I don't know. What do you think? 145? Maybe just shoot for like the 145, 142. There it is right up here. Let's go ahead and throw another notch in. Look! It did it again! I swear it did not do that until I updated Zibo. Did not do that before. Now it's doing it. When every time I move the flap. You know what I'm going to do, SimFans? I'm not going to use the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. Next time I add a notch of flaps, I'm going to do it within the virtual cockpit. Let's see if it disables auto throttle. That might be a bug, because it did not do that before. But again, I updated the Zibo to the latest. Let's go ahead and try that, because we're about at that point. So let's drop in another one. Oh look, it's not even moving on here. What the heck? Yeah, there's something buggy. Something buggy going on. Alright, we're going to drop the landing gear. So, and this is the other thing. I got to hit this once, up, and then down again, and then it works. Landing gear come down. Take that speed brake out. Let's see. Oh, auto brake. Need to get that set. Probably on full. Get our landing lights on. Doing all this stuff late. Screw it. We're gonna leave the autopilot off.
Speed stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
What do we say, 145? Jeez, I gotta trim the crap out of this thing. All right.
500.
Cross check. 143.
400.
It's gonna be a shorter runway too, SimFans. Let's see.
300.
Let's see what happens. We're right at 145. So doing good there.
200. 100.
Hold throttle all the way out.
50. 40.
Get this trim wheel. Holy shit. Oh no! Oh, that was bad. Oh my god. I am normally better than that. I trimmed the hell out of it. I don't know what the deal is. I definitely had to blow a tire there. Oh my god. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, I better, like, you know, just turn in my wings. Oh my god, that was terrible. What in the world? Oh, we'll just go up here. Is there a turn off up here? That was horrible. That was just amazing. Amazingly bad. Start APU, thank you. Thank you. Kyle, appreciate that. That's probably one of the worst landings I've done in like years, to be honest with you. That was terrible. I mean, yeah, we had to have a blown tire from that, don't you all think? Had to be a blown tire. I don't know. I might have to move back to just doing my alpha trim, because I can't spin that wheel enough to get when I roll out. Yeah, aviation spotter for sure, man. If in real life, I would have absolutely done a go around on that one, for sure, for sure. Well, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do my taxi of shame. Let's go with the ABS. Let's see where we need to go here, SimFans. Whoa. Well, you know what? You can't be perfect every time, or even sometimes any time. For me, I usually land better on that. I'm gonna have to do some practicing with this and get it, because honestly, I haven't done a lot. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I haven't done a lot with the trim wheel and the Bravo since getting it in with the Zibo. So I need to do. Obviously, I need to do some practicing with it. Where am I going? ABS on. And so since we're at KDEN, I'm gonna slow down here for a sec. Let's do KCRP. Wasn't that the Cincinnati thing? Remember that old show? That's not right, but... let's see. Let's go taxiway. Where's our terminal, SimFans? I gotta go back and check and see. Oh, I need to share this with all of you so you can ride along and see it as well, if you care. That's not what I wanted. I want Chrome. So let's do this. So we landed on 3.6, right? So we're like way up here. Okay, so just down to the right. Okay, that's easy. Probably should have figured that. Okay. WKRP. Oh, Aces, I knew you would know that. I knew. Why? How did I know that you would know that? I just had this feeling you would know that. WKRP. That's right. I turned too soon. That's alright. What's with these phantom aircraft, SimFans? Look at this. 3 of them. What is the deal? 3. I mean, I have reinstalled Traffic Global. I need to figure that out, because that's super annoying. Like, I wonder if it's like there's real life schedules, but these aircraft don't have the liveries for them. Because you notice, like, when we took off from, when we took off from Denver, we had a lot more liveries. So I'm wondering if it's maybe something with that. I don't know. That's incredibly annoying, though, isn't it? All right, let's see. I should turn off the taxi light. So, well, it's already off, so we don't blind him. Saying go right. Really? That seems off to me. But we'll follow his guidance. This doesn't seem right, does it? It seems way too far. Way too far and way too far right. Alright, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. Well, oh, maybe not. Well, good to listen to him. It seems a little far forward, but that'll work. Put our flaps up that I forgot to do. Oh, too much fun. Too much fun. Alright, well, we're going to do a quick shutdown of the aircraft here. Oh, I am so sorry I did such a horrible landing. That's pretty disappointing. I cannot believe I landed this that hard. I mean, I'm going to do a replay just so you guys can make fun of me. Because you should. Because that was bad. It was so bad. Honest to God, that was like the worst landing I've done in years with this thing. I'm going to have to definitely practice with the... I can't blame it on the Bravo, but I got to practice that obviously a little bit and get more acquainted because anyway, I'll practice it. I'll practice it, SimFans. Okay, so let's do a quick shutdown. So we're just going to do... Well, we got the APU. Thank you, Aviation Spotter, for reminding me to turn that on. So now we can switch over to the APU. And I'm not even going to look at the checklist, all right? Because we just don't have the time. Or we have the time, but I don't want to bore you with it. Okay, so we got that switched over. So we should be good to go with shutting down the engines. Got the APU set. Okay. Let's go down here. And let's go ahead and shut these bad boys off. Right engine off, left engine off. Now we can go outside and we can hear them spool down. Then we get our jetway coming up to the aircraft. That's kind of cool. Again, this is the great scenery by... Oh, you thought that would... I thought that would go against the aircraft, but that's okay. Anyway, this is scenery by VerticalSim, and I think VerticalSim, I think they do a great job on their scenery, and it is at an affordable price. At the end, when I'm playing the music and stuff, after I conclude, I'll do a flyover with the drone for it, for those of you that care to see it. All right, let's turn on the ground power. So once the ground power's on, I didn't turn on the APU bleed, but we'll go ahead and switch over to ground, which we did. And at this point, we can turn off the APU. And there's a lot of switches that I'm not going to shut down, but that's okay. Oh, one thing I forgot, SimFans. We gotta let the passengers deboard, right? Go back here. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's terminate flight. So usually you hear them getting out of their seats. I don't know what happened there. Something weird's going on with it because you can just start like.
Flight attendants prepares for departure.
Well, we got her to say to prepare for departure. All good. Okay, SimFans. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, so you all can make fun of me in chat because I'm gonna conclude here. But that was a horrible landing. Again, the worst I've had in years. And so feel free to make fun of me.
Give us a ring if you need anything.
Okay, thank you. Well, we actually landed, but thank you. So anyway, hey, SimFans, thank you so much, all of you, for joining me tonight. If you haven't already, please smash up the thumbs up button. Do a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're building the channel together. It's a channel for all of us. This is our channel. We're here to have fun as a community. And so appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for joining. Special call out, of course, Aces, thank you as always for moderating the stream. And again, thank you all for the donations. Certainly Kyle and Aviation Spotter, definitely thank you so much for the dono. And of course, I can't forget you, Recon Delta, coming in with a $50 donation. I'm going to put that all to something we review either in a live stream or a giveaway or something, because I will pay that back or pay that forward, however you want to say it. So thanks so much, all of you, and all the rest of you that have come and joined and watched just to have fun as a fellow simmer or just an aviation enthusiast. Do appreciate all of you joining us tonight, and as always, SimFans, take care. Oh, by the way, Saturday stream. So we're going to have a Saturday stream. We're going to be doing World Update 4 on Saturday. That'll be 8:30 Central Standard Time in the PM. And I haven't figured out what we should do. So throw that in chat or put it in Discord if you want. And let me know where you think we should do a flight on Saturday. We'll be in Europe, taking advantage of the World Update 4. Do check out my other stuff. Check out Ace's site, as I mentioned before. And again, SimFans, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a great Thursday night, great Friday night. Hope to see you Saturday. Have a great weekend. And as always, SimFans, you know what's coming. Take care, blue skies, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.